behind the toadstools, beneath the trees. Nature inspires an interest in fantasy and fairy tales, as fairy tales and fantasy inspire an interest in nature. Each evokes the magic of the other. There's a reason why the settings and themes of fantasies like Lord of the Rings are so intimately bound to the aesthetics of nature, and why immersing myself in their stories helped revive my connection to it. There's a reason why a walk in the woods feels like hunting for elves fled into hiding, and why, when you don't find any, you feel a vague sense of loss. Nature represents the old world, the deeply rooted world as it used to be, back when wandering was a guarantee of wonder and mystery. Its remotest relics and wildest sanctuaries cling to the landscape like islands in a gradually rising sea, remembering that which we ourselves have forgotten, and within them survives the last dwindling, besieged, marooned remains of what we intuitively sense to be magic. Their link to the deepest past is unbroken. By contrast, the urban landscape is young and detached from the past, no matter how far certain architecture stretches back into history. The glacier-rolled boulder come to rest on the shoulder of a mountain will always be grandfather to the brick that built the Roman walls, the forebear of the stone that strengthened the castle's bones, the distant ancestor of the great slabs of limestone and granite that laid the foundations of the pyramids. Tarmac and concrete are newly solidified magma, still molten in their youthful core, and have no memory of the far-reaching past that shows in the wounds and weathered scars upon the surface of older stone. Stumble into a glade in an old mossy forest, and it is easy to imagine that there were fairies sipping from dewdrops mere moments before, whose absence is not a sign of their non-existence, but of your clumsy approach sending the shy creatures fleeing. Movement catches the corner of your eye, and you turn to see a patch of unusual-looking fungi huddled together in the hollow of a tree's twisted, snaking roots. Had a mischievous pixie just been spying on you from behind a toadstool, plotting all the tricks he could play on you? He could be hiding behind it right now, his tiny heart racing, thumping and thrumming as fast as a hummingbird's wings. Do you look to check? Or do you carry on imagining despite not knowing? It all depends when the truth matters and when it doesn't. But all the magic in the world could not help you find a definitive answer to that question. A disturbance breaks your concentration and you look sharply over your shoulder. You notice a deer's rump and hind legs disappear into a tightly woven thicket. You turn back to the toadstool. If it was there, it's gone now, you tell yourself. Disappointed your beliefs could not be confirmed true, relieved they cannot be proven false. Then continue picking a path through the forest.